Fun facts. My name is Prachi. A 2018 Swiss study found that people sleep better during the new moon and worse during the full moon, although scientists have no idea why. And this is a video where I discuss a bunch of cool new makeup that I got in the month of June. So you might be wondering why I look different today, and it's actually because I washed off all my makeup, finished doing my nighttime skincare routine, have a sleeping mask halfway on my head, and I'm in my pajamas. Now, I did not start filming the video out this way. Things just kind of sort of happened, and this is just the result of the sort of general chaos that ensued after I decided to turn the camera on. The basic point of today's video, and I'm gonna kind of put timestamps down below for people interested in specific things, is to just talk about all of the stuff I have somehow acquired in the first 2 weeks of June. This was not the video I had intended to put up today. There's another video that I had filmed where I'd basically duped the vibes of the Natasha Denona palette and then anti-hauled Natasha Denona as a brand. But that's a very editing intensive video because I need to keep inserting shots of the dupes, and I just didn't have it ready for today, the day that you're watching this video. And so instead I turned on the camera and just kind of decided to film and kind of play with some of my new makeup and talk about how being really stressed is affecting my no-buy, my urges to shop, etc. So all of that stuff is in this video. So before I send you off to go see a past version of me in different clothing and different makeup, the one announcement that I do want to make is that I'm officially going to switch my upload days from Saturdays to Mondays. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm on a pretty intense and rigorous schedule for both my courses and my LSAT. And what I've found is it's very difficult for me to put out a video on Saturday mornings if I am adhering to that schedule properly. Because here's a little behind the scenes. I don't edit my videos all in one shot. What I tend to do is shoot a video very early in the week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and then use all of my study breaks. I study or work for 50 minutes and then I take a 10-minute break. And it's during those little 10-minute breaks, during my lunches, during the little bit of extra time I have in the evenings, spread throughout an entire week, that I end up editing a video. And I'm finding that filming on Monday, Tuesday, and then forcing myself to upload on a Saturday, those breaks aren't giving me enough time. And I refuse to kind of push things like my LSAT or school in order to accommodate these videos. So instead, from now on, my regular upload day is going to be Monday. After my LSAT is over, I'll reevaluate depending on my schedule, but we're switching over my upload days to Monday so that I have the cushion of an extra 2 days worth of breaks and stuff to wrap up my videos. And the goal is to have the videos uploaded by 6 a.m. EST on Mondays. So that's the really important announcement. If you'd like to see me have fun with and then discuss all of the stuff that's entered my life so far in June, and my complicated struggle bus no-buy thoughts, that's what's coming on up ahead. It's now quite late at night and I need to go to sleep. So I'm gonna put on this little sleeping mask and let y'all meet Prachi from an hour ago. Let's get it. Alright, so this is me at the end of a very long day. It's very late at night and I've just had a really rough week and I have all this stuff. I'm happy to have the vast majority of it, but it's a lot of stuff and I kind of wanted to do a couple of things. Firstly, I wanted to just kind of de-stress a bit and get to explore and play with some of this stuff. Secondly, I wanted to discuss feelings I'm having around my no-buy right now, because I talked about this in my May check-in. People have just been giving me their stuff. As lovely and wonderful as that is, on some level it's also causing me to have a little bit of a thought around how effective is my no-buy really if I keep just getting stuff from other people? Because isn't part of the point of being on a no-buy to sort of break the association of happiness and soothing and acquiring new things? And the last couple weeks of May and the first couple weeks of June haven't really allowed me that, because I keep getting gifts and stuff from other people that I so love. Oh my god, I love it so much. But at the same time, I'm about to sit here and play with a bunch of new makeup that I didn't really have before, and I'm about to de-stress in that way. I have been struggling so hard this week, and the urge to shop has been so strong, and out of a stroke of pure serendipity, a friend of mine came back from a trip abroad and she told me she had bought me like a bunch of goodies. And when I met her and got those things, the sheer surge of like joy and relief that I felt at having gotten these new things, that's the thing that worries me, right? It's not the fact that I'm using makeup playtime as stress relief, because technically I can do that even with things that aren't new. It was more that like when she gave me the bag with all of the stuff, I felt like an immediate weight off of my shoulders. Suddenly, like, my day was not as bad. And the fact that that is still so strong, and that I've been inadvertently, I think, still relying on that. I had talked about this in my very emotional March check-in, which I also shot similarly very late at night. And I had said that my two biggest coping mechanisms have always been food and shopping. While I haven't really been shopping, I have gotten so many new things from all of the people in my life that I have used that to help me cope with the stress. And I don't want that. I don't want new things to be the thing which soothes me and helps me cope with the stress of life. And so I'm about to sit here and play with a bunch of stuff, and it's about to be a lot of fun. I'm about to see what all these colors are. I'm about to have a blast, but I just wanted to like flag to all of you guys that I'm having thoughts around my no-buy and how much this stream of stuff from people is helping me, hurting me, how I'm using it, abusing it in my life, etc. I'll get into, I think, some more of my thoughts when I talk about some of the stuff that I picked up as point perks in Sephora, but for now, I actually just want to discuss the things that I got from my friend. I haven't had the chance to like play with them, swatch them, nothing, so you're about to see me like go through it all on camera. So like I said, I have a friend who wishes to remain unnamed who recently went on a trip to East Asia, and she knows I like a lot of like K-beauty and Korean makeup. So while she was over there, she went to like a couple big department stores as well as to like a couple like individual brand stores, and she picked up a bunch of stuff for me. A couple of things she got for me because she was like, I know you like this BTS thing and I saw it and I thought of you and so I got it for you. And then a bunch of stuff she also just picked up because she was like, it was cute. So let me just go through all of it one by one. I'll like swatch it on my arm, maybe I'll put a color on my lip. I'm just gonna play and have fun and let myself relax and kind of like bring all of y'all with me in discovering all of this stuff. So of all of the things that she got me, and she got me 10 things. Oh my god, she got me 10 things. The only thing I've actually opened up and used is this. So this is from Etude House. And what this is it's a hand cream. So it's like this cute little fairy penguin according to the packaging. And lads, this is like real wasteful packaging. I know, because this entire component up here is empty. And then the hand cream's just in here. And you know how this like little penguin is holding a piece of cotton? So that's like the scent. And she was telling me that apparently they had like a whole bunch of these. And the idea behind these creams is that each of the animals is an animal that is like threatened in some way. Like either it's being hunted or its environment is being lost because of like global warming or deforestation or all that kind of stuff. And so these creams are called the Missing You hand cream to raise awareness that these things might be gone. And you don't want to be like saying I miss you to these things once it's like too late. Super dark for something so cute. But anyway, that's apparently the story behind these hand creams. And so my friend picked up the penguin one because that had the cutest packaging. And it's supposed to have a cotton scent, which honestly just means baby powder. So this smells like baby powder. But after this bottom part with the cream runs out, I think I'm just gonna fill it with some of my body lotion and just keep carrying it around because like the packaging, she's so cute. And then I won't feel so bad that this is such a like wasteful package. So that was thing one. I'm just realizing a bunch of stuff is from Etude House. So the next thing that my friend got me is from Etude House and it's called the Dr. Mascara Fixer Super Long Lash. She said that this was really weird because she said it looks like there are real hairs in this mascara. And I know like hairs have everybody triggered right now because they've been showing up in places where they should not be showing up, like, oh, I don't know, lipsticks. But that's the function of this mascara primer, that it basically just looks like a clear gel with these like suspended little eyelash fibers. But she was telling me that the lady at the store told her that while it's still wet is when you want to put on your mascara. I will try this out and let you all know. So next up we have a lip gloss. This is also from Etude House. This is the Cherry Moisture Lip Glow. It says OR201. This is like a very juicy orangey color, which has me slightly worried because I don't really like orangey colors for my lips. The fact that this says Cherry Moisture has me real nervous because if it has that like artificial cherry flavor, I'm out, y'all. Oh, this doesn't smell like cherries at all. I don't know what this smells like, but it's not cherries. At the very least, it's not that really like artificial cherry scent that like makes me gag. I cannot handle it at all. And that's because when I was young, I used to have bronchitis a lot and I used to just be sick a lot. And the medication that I had to take was always cherry flavored. And so like cherry chapstick, cherry glosses, like those cherry candies, I can't do them at all because I'm like immediately taken back to when I was a kid and like sick and miserable and like forcing this like terrible tasting syrup down my throat. I guess y'all are gonna be seeing me with glossy orange lips this summer. Next up, she got me 2 eyeshadows and they are also both from Etude House. So these are part of like a Winnie the Pooh collection. So the first color that she got me has Tigger on the cover and it's called RD306 Toruru Timuru. The English translation for that is Don't Be Sad. And it's this really, really shimmery duochrome pinky red eyeshadow. Both of these formulas are like very classic K-beauty formulas, which is to say that they're like super sparkly, borderline glittery. So if you've ever touched or you own or you use any of those Kaja bento boxes, like I have one in the color Orange Blossom, that is what these are looking like. The second color has carrots on the front and it's called BR429 Danguniji Rabbit. The English translation for that is, of course, rabbit. I thought of course in Korean was 당연하지. So what's 당근이지? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, get it together. How do I not sound crazy? Okay, so the Korean phrase for of course is 4 syllables. My pronunciation is probably off, but it's 당연하지. 당연하지. And then the Korean word for carrot is 2 syllables. 당근. 당근. Of course, rabbit would literally have been 당연하지, rabbit. But instead of saying 당연하지, they said 당근. They put the word carrot in there. It's a pun. It's the equivalent of if I released like an orange eyeshadow and I called it 24 karat. This is so ingenious. Oh my god. Sorry, I know I'm like losing it over a Korean pun, but it's like the layers. First it's like the pun, second it's the fact that like I got it. I've been having such a rough week that the fact that I got it, that like victory, that realization, that was a lot. So the carrot one, of course, rabbit, is a lighter, shimmerier pink than this Tigger one called Don't Be Sad, but they're both really beautiful, kind of like duochromatic, super shimmery pinks. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of them. Alright, so now I actually want to try on and swatch all of the BT21 stuff my friend got me because this is stuff I'm really nervous about. So she got me 4 lip products. So the first one I'm trying out is this BT21 VT Cosmetics because that's the company, VT. This is their lip lacquer in 04 with the character Koya and it's called Syrup Red. Syrup Red. Oh, she orange. Wasn't it called something red? Syrup Red. Girl, where? This is orange. Okay, so this is really interesting feeling because as I'm initially putting it on, it's like really liquidy and it feels almost really creamy and plush. And now it's like almost gone powdery and I can't feel it. It's definitely there, but I can't feel it. So yeah, I don't know. Thoughts? Am I looking crazy? I have such a love-hate relationship with orange lipsticks. I don't really know how I feel about this. Oh, well, now that I look at it, it is kind of red. Maybe Syrup Red was not that far off. Maybe I was just being like melodramatic. I'm probably just being melodramatic, guys. But this is it. For reference, I'm like a MAC NC40, NARS Stromboli / Barcelona, more Barcelona in the summer. The foundation I'm currently wearing is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in Caramel Beige 108. So that was Syrup Red, Miss Koya. I want to try another one. Oh, this one doesn't stain that much at all. Nice. Or not nice, depending on what you're looking for. So next up, let's try Shooky. So this one is 02 Pop Orange. Pop Orange. We thought the previous one, Miss Koya, was orange. No ma'am. Okay, y'all, you ready for this? I'm not ready for this. Oh, she's orange. real orange. This is much thinner in consistency than the previous one. This feels much more like a watercolor lip tint or lip stain. Oh, am I crazy? Or in the time that it took me to swatch this on my hands, did this somehow become more red and less orange? Did that happen? Because now I don't think it's that bad. Now I'm like, I could wear this. Yeah, like even on my hand, it's drying down. This is probably totally not visible. It's drying down a lot more red. And let me do what Korean people do, which is they'll like remove half of it by just kind of spreading it around and blotting. This is it a bit further away. Hopefully it's looking legit. As I thought. So this is a stain. So I think these might actually be, even though the packaging is really similar, I think these might be two totally different products. You know how like companies will sometimes put a liquid lipstick and a gloss in the same exact tube? I think that's what's happening here. I think the packaging for these is the same, but the kind of product that they are is different, because this Shooky one, the one that I'm wearing on my lips, was a classic stain formula. It was very thin, very like transparent. It's like really staining my lips. It doesn't feel powdery at all. Whereas this Koya one, the previous one, was a lot more orange. It looked a lot more creamy, dried down to like a powdery matte on the lips. Y'all, this is so not coming off. Now that we've established that there are two different formulas, I'm curious to see which one this is going to be. So this is the color 04 Potent Red. Potent Red. And the character is called Tata. Okay, so this is definitely like the thin watercolor staining formula. And this is really red right off the bat. So when I wear it initially, I'm like, oh wow, juicy, like an apple. And then it dries into like the most intense stain of my entire life. So this is like at 100% pigmentation, 100% opacity. Let me do the thing I did the last time, which is just like rub it into my lips. And that's the color. So this just seems to be a slightly like cooler, more pinker tone red than the previous one, but still pretty much a red. A pinkish red. I like these so far. I'm pleasantly surprised. And I think part of it is that like my friend has good taste. There are 8 of these colors, and the fact that she only picked out 3 and all 3 of them are working on my skin tone, I don't think that's a coincidence, because I looked up what the other colors look like online and they are a lot lighter and would probably not have suited me at all. Especially now that I'm looking at the other shades, like she did a really good job picking these 3 out. Like these 3 are clearly the darkest ones. So let's try to rub this off and see the hella stain it has probably left behind. She's not budging, Miss Tata. No amount of micellar water is gonna remove her. She is gonna come out, I think, only when she wants to come out. Oh my god, I got some on my teeth. Pause. I need to go brush my teeth to make sure I did not stain my teeth red. I'm back. I've brushed my teeth. They're no longer weirdly stained pink. I have one more lipstick to go. Let's get these lips foundationed down. You know, honestly, my friend Catherine, not the person who got me all this stuff, who wishes to remain nameless, but Catherine's the friend I went to New York with. She once got a lip tint like stuck on her teeth, and then she stained her gum and her teeth. It looked like somebody had like punched her in the teeth. And I remember at the time I was like laughing at her. I mean, like I was sympathetic, but I was also laughing at her because I was like, oh my god, Catherine, you clown. Well, guess who's the clown now? This lip stain. Potent red indeed. Although I will say that the stain is more of like a hot pink than a red. This is as good as we're getting, lads. The last color is an actual bullet lipstick, and this is in the shade 08. Struck pink. Struck pink. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh my god. This is a flawless tube. Whatever lab Miss Jaclyn Hill's using needs to take notes from Miss Mang, because she got it right. This is basically like a cool tone magenta, and I like really layered it on, and I feel like I kind of had to because there was so much staining on the lip under it, but I'm just gonna say right here, right now, that this is actually not the way in which I would probably wear this lipstick. I would probably wear this lipstick blotted out like this. Just sort of much more blotted out and relaxed, and not in like a very stiff, crisp line. And I really like that technique because whenever a color seems like it's like too intimidating or too much for you, that's like a great way to just sort of tone it down. This is the Mang color, Struck Pink, from a bit more of a distance. So these were all of the BT21 VT Cosmetics lip products that my friend got me. And then the last BT21 thing that my friend got me was this. Did y'all hear that?
Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy.
Hey there, demons. It's me, your girl. Can y'all wait till I'm done with the video to drag me to hell? Thanks. I really hope the camera picked that up. That was like a really weird sound, and it's quite late at night. Anyway, the next thing that my friend got me, the final thing actually, is this RJ face point mask. So it's a BT21 collaboration with Mediheal. I actually use a lot of Mediheal's sheet masks. Not these BT21 ones, but like the other ones that they have, the just like normal sheet masks that they have, and I really like them. You know what? I'm actually so excited to use this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. So you're about to see me ready to put on this face mask right about now. Alrighty, so ignore my bunny headband. I have like a whole bunch of different headbands that I rotate through all the time to hold my hair back when I'm like washing my face at night. This is probably the least cute of them all. I'm embarrassed to be on camera with the other ones because, you know, I'm 25 years old. But here we are. I double cleansed, tried to exfoliate my lips, to no avail. The stain, she's here to stay. Then I toned, put on some essence, put on my chemical exfoliant, because the chemical exfoliant I'm using today has like a thicker, almost creamy serum-y texture. So that's why I put other layers on before it. Usually the exfoliant goes on first. Threw on some lip balm, let it dry for a bit, changed, and now we're ready for this. This is a point mask, and what a point mask basically is instead of a whole sheet over your face, they give you sort of tiny little pieces of cloth and you put them strategically on certain points. I don't know what this particular one is for. Let me actually read the back. Oh, y'all, the back is entirely in Korean. Okay, so I'm seeing a checklist and it says soothing 강화 and 진정 care. So 진정 I know means calm. So 진정 care, it means calm care. Soothing 강화, I don't know what 강화 means, but soothing is, I'm assuming, just soothing. You know, why am I being clown? Let me just Google this and tell you. Okay, I was not far off. So this character is called RJ, and his is the skin soothing and calming care enriched with tea tree and propolis extracts to soothe tired, sensitive skin caused by external aggressors and stress for optimal skin condition. Oh girl, that's me. I'm tired, sensitive, and stressed. So look at how cute he is. Before I rip this packet open and then I have to throw it away, can we please appreciate how cute he is? Oh, this is a very like serum-y mask. Oh no, the mask has RJ on it. The little points, the cutouts, they're him. Oh no, I'm really about to put his beautiful blushy face on my own face and then throw it away. Oh, this is a travesty. Oh, this is so emo. Okay, so I'm putting the biggest pieces obviously on my cheeks and then we'll go from there. Oh no, where do I put him? Okay, let's put him here. Bam, boom. Oh no, y'all, this is devastating. I've never been so sad about using a sheet mask in my life. Let's just put them on my forehead and then I'll just put some serum on my chin. That's basically it. I used up all the points. There are some like little like star thingies, whatever, but they're useless. Let me just get this all over my hands and stuff. Y'all, do you see how crazy that thing stained? Peeling this off is gonna be the saddest thing I ever have to do. This is literally so cute. So the point of a point mask is you kind of put it in areas which are sort of troubling you, like it's supposed to be just for certain points of your face. So I made sure that the RJs covered like a pimple that I had here and then one that I also had down here that I felt could use a little bit of extra soothing. So I'm gonna periodically, if I feel like it's beginning to get a smidge dry, just reach in and then add a little bit more serum. Having said all of that, let's discuss some of the other stuff I got. So I went to Sephora with a friend of mine who asked me to go with her because she was in search for a high-end foundation and she wanted to get color matched and she thought the people at Sephora were really intimidating, which understandable because she's like not super into makeup and the drugstore foundation that she had bought for herself just like was not cutting it. So I went there with her, we got color matched. I asked for a bunch of foundation samples on her behalf because she was too intimidated to tell the sales lady she didn't want to buy anything that day and she wanted to try things out first. She doesn't have a Sephora membership of her own and she didn't want one, like she doesn't want a card or anything. So we used my card and my points to check her out. And while we were standing there waiting at the checkout line, I saw a bunch of like 100-point perks. And Here's the slippery slope thingy that I'm not particularly proud of. I was having a really rough week and my brow gel, the one that I use pretty much every day by Essence, was running out. What I saw was a mini size of this Benefit Gimme Brow as a 100-point perk. And I was like, oh, this is great. Let me try this guy out. And then I just like picked it up. It's so tiny, y'all. Also, for some reason, the color is neutral light brown. I don't know why I was an idiot and like didn't check to see whether this would be like the correct color or not. I haven't even tried using it. And now I've like done all my skincare, so I'm not even gonna try like sweeping it through. But this was sort of the gateway drug, because once I said yes to this, I started looking at all of the other 100-point perks. And then it was like my old shopping brain just kicked in. I was having such a rough week. And I know that shopping is one of the things that makes me feel better, right? Like I know that acquiring new things will instantly make me feel better, because I've talked about this in the past. The acquisition of a thing is really, really good at giving you a false sense of productivity, right? Because when you acquire a thing, you suddenly have this tangible object that tells you that you accomplished something. Like, look, there's this tangible thing that you gained now that you went shopping, now that you got this thing. Aren't you so productive? Aren't you so proud? Don't you feel so good about yourself? And it's a way for me to like soothe and calm myself when I feel like I've just been having a really unproductive and bad day. And that is what that day had been. And so sitting there at that Sephora checkout counter with that lady asking me, oh, do you want to reclaim any of your 100-point perks today? I just kind of like went ham. And I got not only the Gimme Brow, but this like Lancome Seal Booster XL Lash Primer. And this is the dumbest thing, these were both like 100-point perks. I also got a 200-point perk, which is this like little set from Glow Recipe. And the reason why this is really dumb is because one of the things in here is the watermelon sleeping mask, which is a thing I have never tried, but I've always wanted to try. But the other thing in here is the Glow Recipe Pink Juice Moisturizer, which I have. I have like the mini size bottle of this. And you know, like now in retrospect, like looking back at that, like I know I clearly wasn't in the best frame of mind when I was making decisions. I know that that was like a snap decision, but like I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, why did I use 250 points to get like tiny sizes of two things, one of which I already use? Like, boo-boo the fool. That's who I am. I guess like the main point of the story is not even like what I really got. It's more that I just like I was having such a terrible week that I basically threw a fit against the constraints of my no-buy, because technically nowhere in my constraints does it not say I'm allowed to like redeem Sephora point perks. The rules say I'm not allowed to purchase things, I'm not allowed to spend money or gift cards, but I'm not allowed to get point perks and rewards and like samples. That's not a restriction I put on myself. And up until now, I haven't really abused that restriction. In April, I went and I redeemed 200-point perks, and they were both things which have been on my wish list for a really, really long time. And so I felt no compunction, nothing wrong, nothing whatever about having redeemed those two things. They're both serving me well right now. But this I feel just like crappy about, because I know the difference. I can feel the difference now for the first time in my life. Prior to my no-buy, I was never really able to distinguish between a good shopping decision and a bad shopping decision. To me, like everything felt the same. Everything was like wrapped in the same sort of like hazy, oh look, you have yourself a new thing veneer. Whereas because I haven't actually gone shopping for so long, now it's almost like I'm more sensitive to shopping. And so I was able to clock really quickly the difference between the decisions I had made in April around my Sephora point perks and the decisions I made this time around my Sephora point perks. Because this time around, I made snap impulse decisions. I got things which I had never even particularly really wanted to try, just things that I had heard vaguely about as being good things that would have been good to have. Hannah Louise Poston phrases this in a great way. They were things that I wanted to want. They were things that I had heard other people vaguely discuss, and when I saw them at the Sephora, I did what old Prachi would have done. Other people hype this up so much, let me just go get this right now. I think that's the first time in my life I've been acutely aware of that, because I haven't gotten much stuff since I started my no-buy. I mean, this whole video is about how I keep like receiving presents and stuff. I mean, like I haven't physically gone out and gotten much stuff since my no-buy started. I haven't had cause to like have even a shopping adjacent experience, which is what these are. I'm not paying money for them, so it's not actually shopping, but this is shopping adjacent in that you get the same high of like picking out new things for yourself to have. So that was an odd and interesting experience, and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys to be like, listen, it's a no-buy. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. Quite frankly, like, I'm of the opinion that if you are somehow on a no-buy and it's going really easy for you, you're probably not a person who needed to have gone on a no-buy in the first place. Those of us who felt like we needed to go on low and no-buys, we did that because we felt on some level like we had a problem with shopping. So the idea that this was like all smooth sailing, like, that ain't it. The idea that like I'm somehow doing really well all the time and that shopping is not a temptation for me, even though I'm receiving so much stuff from all of my friends and family, and I'm so insanely grateful for it, and it should be enough, but it isn't, right? Because shopping is not about shopping. Shopping has never been about shopping. For all of us for whom shopping is on some level a problem, it's not about the shopping. It's always about ourselves. And on days when we struggle with ourselves are days when things like the urge to shop really rear their ugly head. So that's kind of like what this video is. I have one more thing that I got since the start of June, and it's a very beautiful thing, and I don't necessarily know that, you know what? I think this video has gone on long enough. Part of my purpose for doing this video was because I need something much easier to edit than the Natasha Denona video I had initially shot and planned for this week, which requires just copious amounts of editing. If I make this video exceptionally long, then it won't be all that easy to edit now, will it? So I think the last purchase that I made, I will leave for my June favorites because I know they're gonna go in there. I did not break my no-buy. It's a pair of earrings. Earrings are a thing that I very deliberately did not include in my no-buy. So it's not like I'm like hiding makeup from you or anything like that. It's just, I think this video has gone on quite long enough, and I think perhaps it's time to remove the RJs. The way I'm gonna have to throw these away, this is so traumatic, y'all. I like to do sheet masks, usually at least once a week. And usually while I do a sheet mask, I paint my nails. And I put on a podcast, and it's just like my downtime. It's my relaxation time. So this week, I did not paint my nails. You can see my nails are still bare. But I shared my relaxation time with you. And it's like super late at night. And perhaps I should not have had a relaxation time. Perhaps it would have been better for me to just have passed out and gone to sleep. But I feel like I needed to decompress a bit and just sort of let myself have fun with all of the new stuff that people have been giving me that I haven't even let myself enjoy. So thank you truly for sharing that with me and for watching all the way to the end if you've made it this far. As always, I hope you have a great upcoming week. And even if your upcoming week ends up becoming messy and imperfect, I hope that you're still able to create and experience some truly beautiful moments. Bye!
But you gotta be there for me too.